But it's my privilege to introduce to you another gentleman, 50 years on mission, our friend, our fellow laborer, Kole.
My goodness, he's sharp enough to cut you, just cut you right here.
Looking good, looking good. So this summer, we are celebrating 50 years of your ministry with us. How in the world did a magician like you end up in an outfit like this?
Well, first of all, just a couple quick comments. I've had the opportunity to share Christ in all 50 states and 80 countries, but someone that really doesn't get a lot of recognition is the magic in my life, my wife, Kathy. Kathy. And secondly, I'd like to thank the people that have worked with me in my presentations throughout the world, and Bob Dorsch, Craig Greenwood, and many of the others here who have been a tremendous part of our ministry. And a good part of that is that they've been very faithful in not exposing any of my secrets. And it may be because I told them if they ever told my secrets, they'd lose their salvation.
Crew does not endorse that view.
Okay, now what was the question you had?
How did you end up with us?
Okay. Well, I started in magic when I was about 7 years old. My mother bought me a little magic book for Christmas called Peter Rabbit the Magician. And as time went on, I became very interested in creating magical effects during the time that I was in high school and college. I'm a very quiet, shy kind of person, so I'd always sit in the back of the room and invent magic tricks while everything else was going on. So anyway, I became one of the leading inventors of magic in the world and selling my inventions all over. And when I was in college, I remember that I had probably, because I'm very quiet and everything, maybe I should take a course in speaking. So I got into this class. There was a lady professor, and she said, you're supposed to begin by doing something to create the attention. So when it was my time to get up, she was grading some papers over there. And so as a magician, I just went like that. There was a bunch of fire and a boom, and it scared the hell out of her, and she flunked me.
And now you've been serving with us for 50 years. It's outstanding. See it.
But that is a true story, so that's the only speaking that I've ever had, courses that I've ever had in this. But anyway, as a magician, I hope that someday I'd be able to perform throughout the world, and I was raised in a church that I thought I was a Christian, wasn't Hindu, Buddhist, Muslim, so I assumed that I was a Christian. And anyway, later on, just the Jeremiah, you shall seek me and find me with all your heart. And I received Christ, and immediately the Christian said, well, God can never use a magician. You need to give it up and just go to seminary or something like that. So this was a great problem with me for many years. And I was still doing my performances and just fighting with this situation. You need to give up the magic, and it's of the devil and this and that. And so finally, one night, I was to perform at a stag party for a number of people in the government in Arizona, and I did my part in the program. Then a stripteaser came on, and I was just so disgusted that night that I went home and I knelt down and said, God, I'll go where you want me to go. I'll do what you want me to do. And as far as I knew, I would give up magic at that time. But then sometime later, after I received Christ, I came in contact with Campus Crusade for Christ, Elmer Lappin, and I'd already out of college at that time, but somebody from Crusade was going to speak at my fraternity, and he invited me to go, and he would tell some jokes and then say that people could stay if they would like to know more about the 4 spiritual laws and so on. So after seeing that, I kind of got the idea, well, maybe I could go into the fraternities and sororities and do some magic tricks and then present the gospel. So that's the way it got started. And then Elmer wanted me to go and see Bill and Vonette over at Arrowhead and see what I was doing and see if they might be interested in me being a part of Campus Crusade. So I remember going with Vonette and Bill, and I developed a spiritual illustration to present the gospel, so I shared it with them. But then Bill wanted to get the idea, what did the rest of the staff think of this? And so he called them all together, and I did some magic, and then I did my presentation. Then he had passed out the cards, wanted to get their reaction, and it was unanimous that it would never work. I think there was only one other person besides Bill that was in favor of it. But he wanted to take a chance, and so that's how it all got started.
So it never worked. Hundreds of thousands of decisions later, 80 countries, you're recognized all over the world as a master of illusion, but more importantly, you are a missionary. And we're so grateful that he was willing to take a chance on you. Though it would be impossible to show you even hardly a glimpse of Andre's entire career in a 10-hour film, we have nailed it down to 2 minutes.
I haven't seen it.
But let's turn our eyes to the screen and enjoy the last 50 years of Andre Kole.
And now for the man that you've been waiting for tonight, Andre Kole, the man that visits more than 50 universities a year, performing in fraternities, sororities, and dorm groups. So let's give Andre Kole a hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, 50 years of ministry, Andre Kole. Well done.